Hi everyone, this is the tutorial for Bogus Operandi. My name is Billy from Piano Pies. Let's get stuck straight in. So one of my supporters over on Patreon called Ben asked for this tutorial. Here it is, this one's for you. Let's get stuck in with the introduction. And there's this long held chord, which we're going to do this, like this. This is basically a power chord, which is 2, 4, 4 on the A, D and G. However, I'm also going to just flatten that finger and put it on the top string on fret 2 as well. Just adds a little bit more oomph. And we hold that for a few bars, followed by another one. We then get into the intro riff, which is this. So just to slowly walk over that, we have 4 lots of 7 on the E string. I highly recommend using your 3rd finger. And then we can use our index finger on 5, 7 on the A string, going to fret 7 again on the top string with a bit of vibrato. And then we've got 3 more number 7s. And then 7, 5 on the A string, 7, 5 on the E string, 3, 3, 3 on the E string. And that is then 5, 7, and then 7 on the top string. Bit of vibrato. However, we're then going to pull up the note half away and do that really slowly. So just slowly play through that full riff, because there's a few little bits of technique in there that we really want to include. We've got vibrato there, and then string bend slowly, and then release it. Now we're going to play that 4 times round. However, on the 4th time, at the very, very end, we have this slide from 5, and then it goes up to 7, which starts the next part of the song, which is the main guitar riff, the really catchy part. Just before we dig into that main riff, you'll notice throughout this video that I put the tab on the screen. If you'd like a handy PDF of the full song wrote out professionally, then head on over to Patreon. People like Ben and all my other patrons will get access to this straight away, just for a couple of dollars, and it saves you from either writing it out or finding a version online that might not be 100%, because I've checked and there are a couple of versions that are slightly off. So let's dig into that main riff. The first part is 7 on the E string. Again, I'm going to be using this finger here. Play that twice before going to 5. And then back to 5, but just bend it that little bit. Before then, we slide up to the 7. Now, we should really use that finger there, because then we repeat the main riff again. So we've got... Then we've got a 7 going down to 3, which we play twice. 5, 7 on the A string, 5 on the E string, 5, 7 on the A string, before finishing with that main part that we've already seen. So slowly the main riff is this. And then we loop around that a 2nd time for the main verse. Now at that point, that's when the vocals kick in, and we have a first verse. And the first verse is exactly the same as what we've just done. Play that 2 times round before we go to a chorus, which is almost the same. Now the chorus I'm just going to play through properly for you. So we have... So up to now the same. We then have a fret 5, and then we stop playing. There's 2 bars of nothing, while the vocals and the drums do something. Guitar players, we can chill for 2 bars. Okay, so now we get a little bit of repetition. We have that introduction riff again. Before instantly going back into the 2nd verse, which is the... and so on. We play through that 2 times before the next part of the song. Now this part is different. We'll call it a post-chorus or a bridge. What we have is this, some power chords, starting on fret 7 on the top string, so 7, 9, 9, and we're going to play 2, 3, 4, and that 5, 7, 7 slides up to fret 7. So we've got 5 power chords up to 7, 2, 3, 4, up to that 7, before playing 3, 5, 7, and then we've got the 5, and then we've got the 5 and 7 again, before the 3, 5, 7. And at that point, we go back to the chorus part yet again. So the next part of the song is the middle section of sorts, and we have quite a new part going on. So let's break that part down. We have, so that's 6 slots of fret 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 5, 7 on the A string, 2 times. And then we have this really fast part, which is 7, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, and then on the 5, you can then quickly go up to fret 10, and we're going to play some octaves, which, if you're not familiar, we've got this type of shape. It's almost like a power chord, so let's say fret 10 and fret 12. However, little finger, move it down a string, play that note, and this note, where this note in between is muted by this finger here. That's what we call an octave shape in music. So we have, and we play that 10 with a 7, 5, 7 afterwards. Pretty full on, you've got to be really fast with your fingering there. Like I said, for all these 7s, definitely try and use that finger. It'll just help move between the notes as fast as possible. The second part of the middle section is exactly the same. However, the bridge continues with some more power chords. So yeah, there's lots of different parts going on here, so do consider getting that PDF over on Patreon. However, we have power chords on fret 7 on the A string, 7, 7, 5, 7, then going up to 9, and then fret 7 on the top string. So we've got, and then we pad out the next bar with fret 7, and then we've got fret 10, down to 9, down to 7, 9, 9, 7, and then finally more 7s and fret 10. So let's just slowly play through that line there, because it is very different to the rest. Now I intentionally played that quite slow just so you could follow along with the tabs and the chords, because that is pretty fast, that. And the final part of the bridge is more power chords. We have fret 10, sliding down to fret 9, 9 up to 12, up to fret 14, 14 to 10, and then 10 down to 9, 9 up to 12, then pad out the bar, and you can see that we play that 12 part for 2 bars there. It then goes back to the opening guitar riff. We play through that section once before we get to a key change. We don't see this a lot in rock music. However, it's pretty interesting. Usually we use key changes when we want to play the same thing again, but without boring the audience, because we've already played it a bunch of times, we move it to another key. And what they've done is taken the guitar riff that you've played and moved it up 2 frets. So up what you call a full tone in music. And instead of playing, which is what we normally know, we move it up 2 frets. If you do that 2 times, then you've got the next part of the song, and then there's a chorus part which we just played the exact same thing again in that new key change. Now at the very, very end of the song, there is a part that they just repeat a little bit. We go down to the... Here's the repeat. Before we go to fret 9 on the top string with a power chord, and we have... It's kind of like a slowing down ending really, but it's just all one chord. You just follow it along rhythmically. If you struggle to get the right timing by looking at the tablature, just listen to the track and you'll be able to follow it along there. It's almost as if they're kind of slowing down in tempo, a bit of a retardando at the end. So that will get you through the full song. So if you are interested in getting the PDF, like I said, people like Ben and all the other patrons will get it. I'd also like to say thanks to my patrons. Those are the people you can see on the screen right now. They support me every month and they make this job worthwhile. So thanks to them and thanks to you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.